Let me open the Eclipse. Give me 2 minutes. Will it open? Okay. Yeah. Good. Hey, hi, Spandana. Hey, Spandana, you're there?
Yes, I'm there.
Can you help me? I want to create a workspace project package. Okay, 10 minutes. We will just do a recap of entire information till now, whatever we have seen, so that it'll be easy for you. Can you tell me how to create a workspace?
Yeah, here we can give the name as whatever we want, or we can browse it already if we have.
Correct.
So we can.
So one, I can browse and then change the location, or right now I have this location. I want to go with the same thing. So I'll click launch. So after the workspace, so next to what we need to create?
Project.
Yes, workspace. Next is
project.
Next,
package.
Package.
Class.
A class or a Java file.
Java.
Oh, good.
No package create chekunda direct ga class create chestavu kada.
Hello, Bhargavi, you're talking to us? Hello.
Yes, Murali. Yes, now it is opening. As you said, I've changed the version of Java from 32-bit to 64-bit. Now it is working.
Cool. That's great. Awesome. Okay. So now let the launcher. Still it's loading. Okay, guys. So we are open. So now let me close all the things. Okay. Now can you tell me, Spandana? So we have created the workspace. Next we have to create the project.
Yeah. Project.
Go to file.
The new.
Yes.
Yeah, file, new, project.
Yeah.
Or
if I have a Java
project.
Correct. If I have Java project, directly I can go. Otherwise, go to project. Java folder.
Here Java project.
Yes. Next year, I'll just give a project name. So for
yeah.
Fourth project, I'll just give. Then
okay. We need to select above 1.7 Java. I see 1.7. Above 1.7 it has to be.
Yes, the standard best version is to go for 1.8.
1.8.
Yes. In case if you're not getting, check whether you will be getting your use default JRE 1.8.
Yeah.
Yes. Now I'll click on finish. So we have created the project. Here we will have JRE system library and then source. So if I go to the original folder location, here we will have, sorry, we will have
directly it will go to the local disk area.
Correct. So we have source folder and bin folder. So what's the difference between the SRC and then bin?
In we have in source like we can create class and like
Okay, simple. Source folder will consist of Java files. Bin folder will consist of the dot class files.
dot class. Okay.
Okay. So first, actually, whenever we create a program, a Java file will be created, and then during the compilation, a dot class file will be created. Okay. The dot class files are given for execution.
Okay.
That's it. Okay. A good, super. A good Spandana. Good one. Now next, hi Aishwarya. You there?
Yes.
Yeah, Aishwarya. Can you tell me actually what now we have created the project. Now next thing is actually what we have to do.
We have to create a class now.
We have to create the
Sorry, package.
yes. Right click on the source folder.
New package.
Package. So I'll just give first package. So can I start with actually what an uppercase?
No, we have to start it with lowercase.
So
Package name always starts with lowercase, right?
correct. The standard way of giving a naming convention for a package is to start with a lowercase. If I start with an uppercase, it gives me a discouraged package name. It's just a warning. Okay. So it's like I can still create, but it's not suggestible. But in case if I give a space, now can you see it gives me an error invalid package name, that is I cannot create only.
Yeah.
I can also cannot give hyphen or other symbols. Only symbol I can give is underscore. Understood, right?
Yeah.
So I'll give finish. Yes. After the package,
we have to create a class.
yeah. So right click on the package, new
class.
So I'll just
name.
So learning Java. So here can I start the class with a small letter and lowercase?
We have to start with uppercase.
Correct. So it's also and discouraged package name is just a warning. Still I can create, but not suggestible. But only thing is I cannot give a space or a hyphen. Only symbol allowed is underscore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then we have to check on public static void main.
Correct. There is a checkbox public static void main. Why we need this public static void main?
Because we need main function where we'll execute the program.
Yes, correct. Only when we have a main function, then only we can execute the program.
Execute the program. Yeah.
So as of now, yeah. Tell me.
Then only the option of executing through Java application will come in the pop-up.
Awesome. That's great. So now, as of now, I forgot to click on the public static void main. Okay. So here, as of now, what we have seen, what is this public and package? Here, this radio button. If you just check, what will happen?
Public is like we can find this file in the complete section on the left hand side. It is visible.
Okay. And only thing is the keyword will come. As of now, we will just see this only. The inter functionality of the public package access modifier we'll see later. As of now, if I select finish public and then finish, extra one keyword called public will come here. In case if you have selected package, I will not get this. Okay. That's the difference. Okay. That's great. Hey, good Aishwarya. Super. Okay. Keep it up. Now next, actually, I'll ask. Hey, hi Rajesh, you're there. It's just 5 minutes alone. I will complete for the recap alone so that we can. Yeah, hey, Rajesh. Now I have forgot to get my main function. Can you tell me any shortcut is there?
Control space.
Do I need to write any keyword?
Yeah. Public main, I forget.
Okay, cool. So type MAIN. Now control space.
Enter.
Then enter. So once we give control space, we will get actually what this options. In that, select main and then click on enter. Yes. So now in case if I don't have a main function, see when I right click run as, I will not get any options. Run configurations I'm getting. Okay. Same thing if I select actually what public static void main. Now right click run as. Now can you see I'm getting Java application. That's why I told only when we have a main function we can execute the program. Clear, right? Okay.
Only I have one doubt. If
Yes.
you have multiple Java files in a package, do we need to have a main function in all files?
So sorry, multiple.
Multiple Java files means we have multiple programs in the same package. For example, 5.
Got it. Okay.
Like Java 1, learning Java 2, like that.
Yes.
Do we need to have main function in all files?
Yes. Every class should have a main function to execute that class.
Okay. If you don't want a main function,
so for example, in case I don't want to execute that program or that class.
Okay.
So directly from that class, I don't want to execute means I don't want a main function. But if I want to execute that class means directly I need a main function there.
But we can use the methods which are present in that class if you don't have the main function also, right?
So for example, right now I have two classes. One is class A. Okay, I'll just do like this. I'll create one class called A, which has a main function. Then one more class called B, which does not have a main function.
Yes.
Okay, so this class right now, if you see, yesterday we saw about the functions, right? So that's what. So static public void B1. That's my method name. So CISO it prints
From B.
B class. It's printing. Okay, so here in my A class I have this options, right? So now from the A class, if I want, I can execute the B class. So how? So it's a static member. Static members can be referred with help of
Class name.
Class name. So B dot. Now can you see B1 is there? I can call like this. Right click, run as Java application. It will print me B class.
Oh.
But now if you see here, can I execute this class directly? Right click, run as
No.
Java application. That is not possible. That's what I'm saying. Your answer is, you got the answer, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Good. That's great. Okay. So now we have the main function. Now I want to print some information. Rajesh, can you tell me how to print
So,
CISO?
control space.
Control space.
Message in the variable quotes.
Yes. Hello world. So that's it. Now right click, run as Java application. Hello world. That's it. Play. Hey, good man. Good, Rajesh. Thank you. So now next, I just want. Hey, hi Ashwi. Hello. Hey, hi Ashwi. You there? I'm not able to hear you, Ashwi, today.
Hello.
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Yeah.
So now we have actually just created a normal class, and then we had a main function, and then we have printed hello world. Now can you help me? That is, I want. So these are my steps that I need. Okay. So one. So I'll just give. So first thing, what I need means create a. Okay. So we have this assignment program. So I'll take that. Just give me a minute. Very sorry that I'm delaying. So this is what I want to do now. You guys are going to help me on this. So first you have to create me two static variables. One is integer A and then integer B. Can you tell me how to create two static variables and then where it will be created?
Yeah, so before public static void main, we have to write static int A.
Yes, so static int A. So right now just give some values, anything.
Okay, equals to 5.
Equals to 5. Yes.
Next static int B.
Yes.
Equals to 10.
Equal to 10. Yes. Then next is create two non-static variables, integer C and then integer D.
So here only int C equals to 15.
Integer C is equal to something 20.
And integer B is equals to 30.
30. That's it. Okay. So why actually what? So these static and the non-static variables are called as what type of variables?
Global variables.
Yes, they are all called as global variables. Yes, a good. Super Yashvi. Thank you. So next, actually, I just want hi Pooja.
Hi.
Can you tell me actually what I want to print these values in main function, and then I need to create three local variables. Can you tell me? First, print the values in main function. What I need to do?
Okay. CISO.
CISO.
Then print those values in main function. No, static and non-static also.
Yeah. First, you print the static members, then we'll go for non-static.
Yeah. Class name dot A.
So, what is my class name here?
Learning underscore Java.
Yes. So, learning underscore Java.
Dot A.
Dot A. So here if you see, once I refer with help of a class name, I'm able to access only the static members alone.
Yes.
In that A and B I can access. So A. Yes, correct. Then next.
CISO learning underscore Java dot B.
Yes, learning Java dot B. Correct. Now can you tell me, I need to access the non-static member. So what I need to do for this?
By object, we need to do this.
Super. So non-static members can be accessed only with help of a object name alone. Okay. So how I can create an object? Can you tell me?
New learning underscore Java.
Awesome. So new learning Java. So always objects will be completed with open and then close parentheses.
Yeah. Then object.
Yes. So now we have created the object. So now I need to give a name for the object. So obj is equal to.
Then reference learning underscore Java.
Super. So for variables, data types are the reference. Same thing for objects, classes are the reference here. So now what will happen? All the global members of the learning underscore Java class will be loaded into this object. Yes. Now can you tell me how to access?
Yeah, CISO.
Yes.
Object dot C.
Object dot C. Yes. Super.
Then CISO object dot D.
Dot
D.
Yes. A good. Superb. Okay, thank you. Thanks, Pooja.
Yeah.
Now next I'll ask. Hey Rakesh, you're new to it. Can you go for it or?
Yeah, I mean, I just joined the class today, so I have to go through the previous recordings.
Cool. Okay, sure. No worries. So next, hey, hi Atira. Atira, you have told right already. I'll go with Dinesh. Hey, hi Dinesh. Now can you tell me? So we have printed the values of static and non-static. Now I need to create three local variables, integer A, C, and X. Can you tell me what I need to do? So which line?
Just initialize three variables like int.
Yes. So which line number?
15.
15. Yes, super. Because local variables means variables which are all being declared inside the function.
Main function, yes.
Yes. Okay. So here integer is equal to
In any value.
a value 40.
And then in C, any value
equal to 50. Integer d is equal to 60. I'll give. Yes. So now print the local variables and then static variables and non-static variables again. So can you tell me how to, okay, before that, we'll see one more thing. So we have created the object here. Can you tell me, so static members, one we can refer with help of a class name. Is there any other way? That is static members, is there any other way that I can still refer it by any other options?
Just by the class name and the other one I forgot.
Okay, cool. So one with help of a class name, other one with help of the
object
name also.
Not the variable.
Yes, so then obj is my object. So dot. Now you can see one we have C and D. Along with that you can see A and B also is there. So through help of objects also I can refer the static members.
Yes.
So obj dot
B.
Then any other way is there? Still I can refer them directly by their name of the variable also. Clear, right?
Yeah, it'll go to the
correct
in memory and get these values.
Superb. Yes, great. Okay, so static members alone can be referred with help of a class name, object name, and also directly by their variable names also.
Yes.
Okay, a good Dinesh. Superb. So now next I'll ask hey, hi Akil. Hello. Hey, hi Akil. Can you tell me right now? So now we have printed the values over here. Okay, so now I need to print all my local members. So how I can print my local members value? Oh, you're in office. Okay, cool. No worries. No worries. Okay. So next, anyone like to give? Hey, hi Itra. Can you tell me? Is it possible? Can you tell me, Itra? Atira, you there? Your voice is not audible.
Hello.
Yeah. Yes, Atira. I can hear you. Can you tell me? I want to print ACD, the local members value. So,
Variable name.
by the variable name, that is A, directly. Okay. So CISO, C, CISO, D. So that's it. So now I'll try to print it. Right click, run as Java application. So learning underscore java.a. So what is the A value? 5, and then the B value is 10. Next we have created the object. Then we are printing C and D value. So 20 and 30. Then also we are referring actually what? The static members with help of the object reference. obj.a, obj.b. That is 5 and 10 again. Then CISO A and B. So it's actually what? 5 and 10 directly referred by the variable name itself. Next we have created 3 variables, local variables, A, C and D. So now when I print A, the value is actually what? 40, C and D 40, 50, 60. So that is what here 40, 50, 60. So if you see the A value, A variable name is same as my static member information. So here at the top, before creating the A variable, here if you see it's printed me 5. But the same thing after a local variable is created. So when we print actually what system.println A, it prints me actually what the local member value. So now how I can actually what get my global variable means so simple. That is I need to refer them with help of my class name. That's why the standard practice for referring a static member is always with help of the class name only. Okay. Also, by object name also actually what I can refer it obj dot a. See now, I'll just give some dashes here. See now, it prints me 5 and 5. So referring with help of a class name and then referring with help of an object name, the a value is 5. Directly when I actually want printed, so that time my a value will be 40 here because we have created a local variable with the same name. Clear? The same thing. Non-static members always can be referred only with help of the object name only. So obj.c. That prints me actually what the global level C variable value, that is 20. Okay. Local members always will be referred with help of the variable name alone. That's it. Clear? So this is what we have seen still now. Clear? Any questions for anyone on these guys? Everyone is clear, right? Hope so everyone is clear on this part. No confusions, right?
Yeah, Murali, in real time also, do we use the same name for static variables and local variables?
So real time actually what we give by the functionality name. Okay, so by actually what, for example, I'm working on actually what a project. So if it's actually what the username, string username is equal to the value of the username, string password is equal to the value of the password. So it's like we give proper names, naming conventions in the real time situation. We don't give like A, B, C, D like that because there is no understanding on this.
Yeah. Okay.
Got it right?
Yes. So it will refer through function name, so the confusion will not be there.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Okay, right? Good. So there is a question from Akhil. What's the difference in line number 10 and 11 and then 17 and 18? So 10 and 11, what will happen? I'm referring with help of a class name. So when I refer with help of a class name, always the search goes to the my static pool and then gets my a value. The same thing when I refer them directly by the variable name, search goes to the main function. If the main function does not have a local variable, then the search will go to the static pool. But refer by the class name, search directly goes to the static pool and then gets me the information. That's the difference. Clear, okay? So might be some of them would have been came for today, right? So you guys might actually would have not been able to understand right now what I said, but nothing actually what if you just go through that first video which I sent to you, you guys will be able to get through. Okay, just a 1 hour to 1.5 hours video. If you go through all the informations which I were explained today that I have explained. Okay, okay guys, thank you. So now we are going to start with functions. Okay, so first before that, print weekdays. I'm going to print some informations over here. So we'll have a main function. Here I want to print my weekdays here. So that is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so Saturday. Okay. So this information I want to print multiple times. So So this is what I have printed for a number of times here. Okay, so these informations 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, so totally if you see these 7 lines of information has been printed for 1 2 3 4 5 6. 6 times I'm utilizing the same information over here. So that means 6 into 7, totally 42 lines actually of code has been repeated here. The 7 lines of code has been repeated more than 6 times. Think over in the real-time situation. If there are 200 lines of code, okay, if that has been repeated for 10 times, that means 2000 lines of code has been written. Okay, so that is which is a duplicate, where when the number of lines of code has been increased, my performance also actually what will get decreased here. So that's the biggest challenge there. So how to avoid that? So that's what we are going to see here. So for that part only actually what we came up with functions. So functions will actually what reduce my lines of code and also will help me to write my code in a structured way. Okay, which will be easier for me to understand it in a easier way. So how? So I will just create a new package. Okay, let me go here itself. No, I don't want this A and B. I'll just delete it. So right click new class. I'll just create a class called functions usage. So I'll finish. So now I'll have a main function, main, because when we have a main function, then only we can execute a program. So just type main and then control space enter. So now this is the lines of code which has been repeated for n number of times, correct? So I will just copy the entire program here. So I'll have here. So here we are going to write a method. So how to write a method? So simple. Can you see here? This is also a method. Okay, method is called as a function here. So always a method will have a return type, then the method name. So void is my return type, and then my method name I'll just give it as actually, for example, weekdays. Then open and close the parentheses like this. So always a method will have a return statement. If it is void, I don't want to return a value for it. Clear? If it is void, I don't want to return a value for it. That's the thing. So here, now, these lines were repeated for n number of times, right? So this one I can put it here. Okay, Sunday to Saturday. Okay, so now same as like my variables, my methods also can be a static or non-static. Okay, so this is called as actually a global function. Always functions are actually what global only. Okay, so here it can be a static or it can be a non-static. If I don't have a keyword called static, it's non-static. Otherwise, it's static. Static members, as usual, can be referred with the help of a class name. So now, if I call this method, what will happen? It will execute these 7 lines of code and then return to the place wherever it is called. But can it return any value? No, because void cannot return any value. Okay, so now let me call this method. How? So these 7 lines of code, instead of writing it, I'll call this method. See, functions usage dot weekdays. Okay, everywhere I'm just going to replace it like that. Function usage dot weekdays. Function usage dot weekdays. Where I just replaced it. So now if you see, the entire program is in a structured way. So easier for me to understand. So if I execute this main function now, what will happen? Functions usage dot weekdays. When I call this method, it goes to this method, executes me the Sunday to Saturday, then returns to the place wherever it is called, then prints me these dashes. Then again, function usage dot weekdays goes and then execute these 7 lines of code, return, then prints me the plus symbol. Function usage dot weekdays goes and call me this and execute these 7 lines of code and return. So like that, everything actually what it jumps and then calls one by one. Okay. So if you see, if I print weekdays here, what is the output I got here? The same output I will get here also. Okay. See, right click, run as Java application. Here also I will get the same output, but my program is in a proper structured way right now. See, total program of lines actually what within 28 lines actually what it has been completed. For the same thing here, if you see, totally took around 54 lines of code for me here. So which I have been covered within a half a day. Understood, please? Anyone has any questions on what is a function, how to use a function, how to write a function? Is everyone clear? Can everyone ping me in the chat window as yes if you have understood this part?
Only I have a question.
Yeah, please tell me. Yes, Dinesh.
So return keyword is bringing it back to the next line, right? I mean, returning it to the last point where it left.
Correct.
So like the function we are using, and then it's printing the line like system.out.println and then either of the character.
No, which line? Which line?
I mean,
number, line number?
Like 16, line number 16.
Okay.
Function usage dot weekdays is printing all Sunday to Saturday.
So function usage dot weekdays, what will happen means function usage is my class name.
Class name.
That as a static method called weekdays, which is this one. So when I call this, actually when I write this statement, now what will happen? It will go to the static pool, verifies whether we have a function called weekdays. Yes, we have. Then it executes that actually what? Those lines of code inside the method. Then we return to the place wherever it has been called. Then prints me this. And then again comes over here. Once again I'm calling, goes to the weekdays method, executes everything, and again return to the place wherever we call. That's what here happens. Clear?
Just once again now. When is the characters getting printed? System.out.println.
This Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, right?
No. Line numbers like 17, 19.
That's what. So once I call this method, it executes everything. Then it returns to the place wherever the call happened.
Okay, and the next line.
And then the next line. Okay, that's what here. Then again comes over here, calls the method, prints everything, then again returns to the place. Then
got it.
Prints me this. Understood, right?
Yes.
Cool.
Thank you.
Guys, everyone understood because I got a very less response only from five members. That as everyone understood. Others, you want me to repeat it again? I'm ready to repeat. So what
Murali, functions can be static and non-static, right? So you have mentioned here as a static void weekdays function. So if I don't put any keyword static or non-static, by default what it will take?
So if I don't have actually what a keyword called static here, now this is called as a non-static method. So non-static members can be referred only with help of the
object.
So create an object and then utilize it. Same as like what we did for variables, we have to do like this.
Okay.
Got it,
so
right?
By default, it will be non-static.
No, whatever you are going to give. If you have a keyword called static, it's a static. If you don't give a keyword called static, it's a non-static method. So by default,
my question is by default what it will be like if I don't put any static or non-static keyword in front of the function, by default what it will take.
Okay, so tell me this one. Integer a is equal to 10. What type of variable is this?
It's a global variable and it's an static variable.
How come you're saying
Not,
it's static?
sorry, non-static variable.
Why you're saying it's a non-static variable?
Because it is defined outside of the main method.
Superb. Then?
And static keyword is not there, so I understood that it is a non-static.
Yes, correct. Okay. Same thing if I have static int b is equal to 20. Now, what type of variable it is?
It's a static variable.
Why you're saying it's a static variable?
Because a keyword is mentioned.
Correct. Same concept here also. If I have a keyword called static, then this is called as a static method.
Okay.
If I don't have a keyword called static, it's a non-static method.
Okay.
Understood, right?
Yes. And the function and method, we can use the word, use the term as function and method. Both are same, right?
Correct. Functions are called as actually what? Methods. Methods are also called as functions. So it's like you can call them as a function or a method. Anything is same.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. It's yeah, it's function actually. Okay, so here the name I have given functions. Okay, I'll just want to rename it. In case if I want to rename a class or a package or my project, what is the best way to do it? Means go on right click on the specific file or the package or the project. Right click. Then here you can see an option called refactor. Okay, refactor. Come here and then click on rename. Okay, so why means if you want to rename here, this is not the proper way. Functions, then you have to change everywhere. Okay, instead of that, right click on the file, go to refactor, rename. Here you just give functions underscore usage, the proper name. Now click on next. So now can you see it will show me these are the places I need to change it. All these places I need to change it. Are you okay with that? Yes, I'm okay with that. Click on finish. Now you can see everywhere it has been changed. Understood? This is the proper way to rename it.
Okay.
Okay, good. Hey, thanks, Vandana.
Thank you.
Okay, guys. So any questions on understanding what is a function and then how to write it? Awesome. So now we will see about function return types. So now I have actually what? A main function here. So how a function can be written? So simple, void, and then my function name. I just give it as M1 as of now. Okay, this is how a function can be written. So what type of function it is? It is a non-static function or a non-static method. If I have a keyword called static, it's a static method or a static function. So whenever it is void, I should have a statement called return. Okay, so return is not mandatory. Okay, if it is void. Okay, so once again I'll come again. See here. So how a method can be written? So just simply type void and then my method name. Method name I'm just giving it as M1. Always method should be followed with open and close parentheses. Open my braces here. Clear? Void M1 and then open and close my braces here. That's it. Then I will have here CISO hello. So I'll just give M1. I'll print. Then after that, if I want to actually what? Return, I will use return statement. So that is whenever it is void, it is not mandatory for me to use a return statement because by default, void means it knows that actually what I don't want to return a value. Okay, but the same thing instead of void, if I make it as integer, now it is mandatory for me to use a return statement, then return a value. What type of value? If it's integer, return me integer value. In case if it is a string, okay, I need to return a string value. So hello. In case if it's a boolean, I need to return a boolean value. If it is a double, I need to return a decimal value. Clear? If it is void, I cannot return any value. I can just have a return statement alone. Otherwise, it is not mandatory for me to use return statement, because void means we cannot return any value. Because by default, actually what? My JVM puts a return statement for it. If I'm not going to put, my JVM will put a return statement for it. Okay. If I want my method as a static, only thing is I will just give you a static here. Okay. So yeah, tell me.
Hello.
Yes, Atira.
Yeah. So in the previous program.
Okay.
Yeah. There. If you didn't give return. Here return statement, then also the program will get executed.
Correct. It will return without any value, because if I'm not going to put this return statement, anyway my JVM is going to put actually what? A return statement by default.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, still my output will be same. There will not be any changes. Okay. But other things, in case if it is integer or something like that, means I need to explicitly return the information. Okay. So only thing is, in case if it is instead of void, so here return is there, but I cannot return any value. It is not mandatory also to put return statement. But in case if it is integer, now it is mandatory for me to return an integer value. Okay. If it is actually what? A boolean, I need to return a boolean value. The same thing. Sorry, sir.
What happens when we return this integer values and all?
Correct. So I'll tell you now. So now I'm going to call this method. So what type of method it is? Boolean return type. Type of method is static or non-static? Type of a method is static or non-static? It's a non-static method. So I think I can't hear you.
I mean non-static.
Yes, it's a non-static. So non-static members means I should access them with help of a object name. So I'll create an object equal to new function return types. Now if I'm calling this method, I will just give obj dot m1. Now what will happen? So here before that, I will just have here so program starts. After this, I will have program ends. So now let me run this program. Run as Java application. Program starts, M1, program ends. But the thing is, I'm returning true, right? The true, I am not utilizing anything. In case if I want to utilize it, so simple. The value which is going to return here, it is what? True. So true is what type of variable? It's a boolean. So I can just give boolean a is equal to obj.m1. Okay. Then if I just print sysO a, now it will print me the a value which will be true now. Instead of giving it as boolean a is equal to true, okay, the same thing obj1.m1 will call this method, prints me m1 and returns me the true in this place. That true will be loaded into this a variable. Now I'm printing that a variable here. See, program starts, m1, true, program ends. Okay, that answers your question, Adira?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, super, great.
Murli?
Yeah, yes, Dinesh.
Rajesh.
Oh, Rajesh. Yes, Rajesh.
Can we also declare any variable inside method and return that variable itself?
So now, if that is the case, so I will just give like this. So void m2. I will have void m2. So I want to return an integer value. So that means what I need to do, can you tell me?
Integer
Yes.
m2.
The return type should be integer. Then I will have actually what? Print m2. Then I want to return some value, which is actually what? 10 or 20. Can you tell me how I can return?
Integer, we want to return a number, right?
Yes.
Return 10.
Return space 10. Can I return actually what some other string value here?
No.
Because return type is an integer. So this 10 I want to capture it here. So that means what I need to do. So here obj dot next m2. See now if I see m1, the return type was boolean. m2, the return type is integer. So here itself I can also identify the return type of the method is boolean or a integer. Okay, so it's integer. So now I want to capture it in a variable. So what type of variable I can use here?
Integer.
Integer b is equal to obj.m2. Next, scissor. Now print the value. Clear?
No. Where can we declare inside any variable inside method?
Okay, yeah. So that is also possible. So for example, integer a or any variable name. A is equal to, for example, 100.
Return k.
Now, instead of actually what? Giving it as return and 10, I'm just giving it as return a.
Yes.
Now, what is the a value here?
100.
100. So that 100 will come to this place. Now that will be stored into the b variable. If I print b, the b variable value will be 100.
Yes.
Understood? Clear? That answers the question, Rajesh? You're in a confused state or you understood?
No question.
Clear, right?
Hello, Murli.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, this is Ashwarya.
Hey, Ashwarya.
Actually, I'm getting confusion on in line number 21. Like for 21 and same for line, I mean the previous one also. Like I don't know, I'm getting confused. Like how it will print the value.
Yeah, sure. I'll tell you. No
Can you
worries.
please repeat once?
Yes, we will write a new program so that freshly we will see. So, function return a value. I'll just give return a value. So now, so actually, just give a try in case if you're not able to do, I will help you. Now, I want a method which is of actually what? Void type. Okay, just the name of the method is m1.
Okay, so we'll type void m1 in
m1.
Yeah, in parenthesis.
Yes, that's it. So it's a non-static method. Okay.
Yeah.
So now I will just print as of now it is m1. Now I want to call this method here. So before that I will just put here program starts and then I will have program ends. Okay. So now can you tell me I want to call this method and then print the value that is execute this method. What I need to do?
We need to write function.
So what type of method it is?
It is non-static.
No, correct. Non-static means what I need to do first? How non-static members can be referred? Static members can be referred with the help of a class name.
Object.
Yes. So I'll create an object. My class name is return value. So return value obj is equal to new return value. So next. So what's my object name?
Obj.
So obj dot. Now can I access my non-static method? M1. M1 is my non-static method, correct?
Yeah.
So now if I execute this program, what will be my output?
It will be
So
M1. M1.
no, first static. Public static void main function will be executed by default, correct?
Yeah.
First, what will be executed?
PGM program starts.
Yes. Now create me an object.
Yeah.
Then once I create an object, what will happen? All the global members will be loaded, static or non-static member. It can be a method or it can be a variable. Now, this method is a non-static method. Has it been loaded into the object?
Yeah, so it will print the value as M1, right?
Correct. obj.m1, so prints me M1.
M1, yeah. Then program ends.
Program ends. So right click, run as Java application. We got this. Correct?
Yeah, I got it now. Yeah.
The same thing now, I have another method. So if it is void, is it mandatory for me to use the return statement here?
No.
Can I use a return? Can I return a value here?
Yeah, we can.
No, it's throwing me an error.
But it is not mandatory, right? So it will return it, right?
No.
Directly.
That is, I can have a return statement here, but I cannot return any value because it's a void.
Right. Okay, fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's not mandatory for me also to use a return statement because JVM puts a return statement by default.
Okay.
Understood, right?
Yeah, I got it.
So next,
The method name M1.
Yeah.
And next line for printing, you're using the same method name, right? M1.
Anything. It's like actually anything that comes in a double quotes will be printed as it is.
Okay, that is a method name, right?
As of now, it's like in case if I just give it as hello, that will print hello.
Okay. So what I thought is both the method name which you are using here, that is what you are.
No. So the thing is, I was about to give you one assignment over there. So that is print me actually what is the method name. So right now you're printing some information, right? So there is an option for me to print the method name itself.
Okay.
So if you can just Google, so how I can print my method name in Java. How I can print my class name in Java. So those things. So it's just so simple. It's just a one line of code over there. Get a name of method being executed. So you can see actually what if I want to print my method name. So what I need to do. So for that, these guys are writing the code. Okay, get method name on option is there. Okay, so that will help me to print my information. So yeah, this guy is not given properly. Okay, so you guys just Google it and then try different ways over there how to get my method name. Just find it and then try to execute in your place over there. Okay, in case if you're not able to do now, not a problem. So these things actually what after 5 to 6 classes you will be able to do it. Okay, which you will be getting a conference on Java, then you will be able to do it. This is so simple thing. So this dot get class dot get simple name. So right click, run as Java application. Now see it's printing my name of my class. Getting same thing. If you want to print your method name, what I need to do. So these are all in Google. You can get it. Okay, don't think that actually what you will be knowing by information, all those things. So Google and then we can get it. Lot of information we will Google and then only we will get it. Slowly, I am going to get you into that stage only because only 50% is what I will be teaching to you. Okay, I am not actually what a person to entirely to teach you everything. because it will take a long and longer time. So, but you should be able to, whatever you need, you should be able to Google and get the information. Okay, so that's the strategy I am going to teach you, which helps you in the long run. Okay, that we will be going for it slowly, one by one. Okay, so now can everyone tell me today's session, everyone understood how to actually, what is a function, and then how to write a function, and then after that, what is return types? Okay, same thing in case if I have integer m2 sysO m2 method, I'll just print. So if it's integer, I need to return, see it's throwing me an error. Add return statement, otherwise change the return type to void. One, I can change this to void, otherwise I need to return add a return statement. So here return 0, which is an integer value. Other, I'll return 10. If I want to call the method obj dot m2. So here the return type is an integer. So I will get it. If I want to capture it in a variable, integer a is equal to obj.method to sysO, then print the value of a. When I call obj.m2, it goes and calls me this method, prints me m2 method. The return type here it is 10 because it's an integer. Then that 10 comes over here. Then that has been stored under the a variable. Now I'm trying to print the value a, which is 10. That's what we are doing. Clear? So this is what we have seen for today's session. So still we have to see a more. Okay. Sure, Shweta. Yeah. Actually, this is your first day, right? So you don't need to worry. Just go through that record. Rakesh and then Shweta. Today you might be your first day. So don't think that actually what everything is entirely new for it, because all these guys actually what who came for the session, they also came from a stage actually what they don't know anything about Java. Okay, so just go through the first 2 videos alone. Okay, so you will get more ideas on it. Okay, then after that you also will come to the next week onwards, you will be into the same stage. Okay, in case if you want, we can have actually what a backup class on this Saturday and Sunday, so that you also will be there in the same stage with them. Okay, but come for the sessions for every day, so that actually what you will be in a proper stage on the coming Monday onwards with them. Okay, first 2 days you might feel it actually a little bit difficult, but later on actually what you guys will feel it more comfortable, because that's the way we are going to go forward.
Yeah, Murali, thanks for that. Like, I mean, even I had the same question.
Yeah.
So are you going to send the recordings for the previous classes what we have missed out?
Sure. I will send you that one. So it's like actually what the previous day's session videos, instead of that, I am going to send you actually what the other 2 videos. That is actually what, because it's like first few days I will be taking it a little bit slower. Okay. So instead of seeing all the videos, I will just send you actually what 1 or 2 videos over there. So mostly the first video itself will cover the entire information. So I'll show you. So you can just go through this information. So this is what we have covered still now. So today only we have started with the functions for them. Okay, so this one video alone you have to see, because this is what we have covered for them still now.
Okay, all right.
Okay,
thanks.
Functions we have covered today only. This program we have, this sections we have started. I will be forwarding you these 2 videos to both of you. So just go through this one video alone, so that you will be in the same stage.
Right, thanks.
Okay, cool. Sure, Shweta and Rakesh. I'll try to actually keep a backup class sessions also this Saturday and Sunday. We'll inform you that also. You guys can come for it. Okay, guys. So actually, I just need any who all have came for the newly today. Your mail IDs alone you just give. In case if anyone is not getting mails from my side, please you also forward me your in the chat window your mail IDs, so that I'll forward. So Rakesh mail ID. Shweta, I have, I hope so. Shweta, anyway, you both actually what just send me. Ajay, you are also getting the mails, right?
So should I send it to you? Send my email ID in this chat?
Yeah,
or,
in this chat window.
Yesterday's I didn't get. Actually, last two classes I didn't attend. I mean, on Tuesday, Monday, and Friday.
Okay. No worries. Can you also send me so that I will add and then send you? Or
Yeah, I'll send you in WhatsApp.
sure. And WhatsApp or this chat window also is okay.
Yeah,
I
fine,
can just take it.
fine.
Okay, guys. Thank you. That's it for today. So tomorrow we will continue. So here onwards, as I told you, there will be every day there will be some 1 or 2 assignments. So try to do it, because why I want you to do it, because that's why I'm asking you to execute the programs in the class itself, so that assignments you should feel it actually what lightweight. Okay, just do it slowly, one by one. We can go, and then I can make sure that actually what within a month you guys are really good in Java. Then the next month actually what you will be good in Selenium. So like that, the practice is important from your end. One by one you can slowly do it. In case if you're not able to do on the same day, at least by the next 2 to 3 days itself you guys try to do it, so that you guys will be feeling it more comfortable. That's the one thing. Okay, thanks guys. Thank you so much. Tomorrow same time, morning 7:30 a.m. Indian Standard Time we will meet. Thank you. Bye guys.